Hello everyone, it's Jimmy here. Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we're going to compare two almost identical lenses. One is the Leica Summilux FLE version 1. It's not the version 2, but I've compared the version 1 with the version 2 before in my video, and they performed almost the same. I would say exactly the same, except for the minimum focus distance difference. So yeah, if you have the version 2, this review also applies. The other lens is the Summilux aspherical non-FLE version. It's the true first version of the aspherical. Well, not the true first version, because the first version is the aspherical, which is super expensive, unobtainable. I don't have one here. It's crazy expensive with the hand grind aspherical elements. This is the second version, so to speak, the version before FLE. So a lot of people call it pre-FLE. The reason why I'm comparing these two lenses is because you'll find it really interesting that especially in Asian markets, in Japan, in China, this pre-FLE version sometimes commands a higher price tag for some reason than the newer FLE version, which is supposedly better in almost every way. Sharpness at minimum focus distance, it addresses the focus shift issue, even though there's hardly any to begin with, at least on my copy. And also, it's a little bit sharper on the edges. It's supposedly have newer coating, so we should be able to see a difference in flare resistance. But other than that, yeah, this is a technically more perfect and better lens. So why is that? It's because some people claim that the pre-FLE version, the normal aspherical without the floating element, has creamier bokeh. The out of focus area is not as nervous as the new version. What I found throughout my daily use of the FLE is that it's got a very sparkly out of focus highlight. Some people might like it, some people might not like it. It gives the picture a very crisp feel. A polar opposite lens that I found is the 28 Summicron aspherical, which renders a relatively dull picture in the sense that the colors is a bit muted and there's no sparkly highlights. So these are just from experience, but in this video, we're gonna sit down and compare these two lenses head to head in controlled environment. Okay, so yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so what we found here is that clearly the FLE is sharper, especially in the edges. Surprisingly, at minimum focus distance in the center of the frame, I don't find it that much sharper, if any. On the edges, yes, for sure. You'll see in these pictures, it's a clear demonstration of a more capable lens. Well, other than that, I would say the out of focus area, indeed, the spherical non-FLE is a little bit less nervous, a little bit smoother, but I wouldn't really call it a night and day difference. The difference is really small. And also, if you look at the flare resistance performance, bear in mind, I forgot to take off the lens filter, the UV filter on the lens when doing the test. So that might have some effects on it. But at least these results show that the FLE has better flare control as well. So yeah, there you go. Whether this minimum difference in out of focus area rendering is crucial to you is really your judgment. I know a lot of people swear by this lens and consider this lens a much better lens than the FLE. Some even conveyed their distaste towards the FLE due to its more clinical rendering, so to speak. I really don't understand the hate here. To me, they're almost identical, except the FLE is a little bit sharper on the edges. There's really not that much of a difference. I think a lot of times people recollect their memory from viewing the photos they've taken. People usually don't do side-by-side comparisons like I do here. So that's why maybe they're in a better mood when they're using the non-FLE and they found the pictures more flattering. That could be a case. Anyways, if you are on the market for a second-hand Summilux lens, just don't even bother. I would say just pick the one with a better condition. If possible, if the price is close, I would pick the FLE just because it's a little bit sharper. And I quite like the sparkly or more crisp rendering of the lens. I think it's quite unique in a sense that it gives you a more editorial sort of feeling to your photos. So yeah, that's it for today's video. A really straightforward and simple comparison, and I hope it will help your decision making when you're choosing between these two lenses. All right, that's it for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, bye.